So, hi, welcome to Nia's Garden, and this is Dania with, oh, I'm not going to do the whole stream of consciousness in one video, but I was driving from the lake and just stuff. So, I was in the middle of watching somebody whose YouTube channel I really do enjoy, and then this realization came to me. So, the person I was watching, it was not a person of color. Um, And that is not to say that you can't learn from people who are not of the same ethnic background, because I have to say, like, a lot of her stuff has really been quite influential. But I noticed something today that I don't think I had noticed previously. So she was talking about spirituality, and in the course of the video, about why there were gurus and things like that. And the statement was made that the consciousness of people back then, in the times of Yeshua, there's still Buddha, and I'm going to include Muhammad, because Muhammad isn't often included, but in those times, why they were, sought after and revered in such a way, and that the consciousness at the time was not that elevated. And I honestly want to challenge that. I want to challenge that because, as a person of color, and having a deeper understanding of African spiritual sciences, because it's a religion in that there's some things that are organized and things like that, but it really does operate more as a spirituality, with systems, and then it's a spiritual science, because there's a lot of metaphysics and quantum concepts in African spirituality if you study it and dig into it. And these concepts have been around for a millennia prior to anyone else, coming up with something new age. This is also the case for Native Americans. This is also the case for a variety of indigenous people. And so, to me, I feel like when I hear something like that, and this is why even when you're watching some of these people, you have to use discernment and take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And it doesn't resonate with me that the consciousness of indigenous peoples was not advanced enough to have to understand energy and how energy works and how to shift into different timelines. I don't agree with that. And that's okay. That doesn't take away from the everything else that was said. Everything else that was said was, like, spot on, and I'm definitely in need of the technique shared in that particular video to help me in strengthening my own spiritual practice. But I think it's important for us to have a diverse teachers and guides and things of that nature that we go to for information, for reasons like that. I firmly believe that if you are a person of color, you need to have multiple teachers of color that you resonate with, that are operating in their own highest vibration. I just really feel like that is important, because your teacher should make sure that they're challenging you to dig into yourself. And your teacher should be challenging you to dig into your ancestry. And your teacher should be challenging you to look at things and dogma and things like that that you were raised on, and use your discernment to determine whether or not that truly resonates with you. So yeah, I was really just like, and even just the fact that even giving examples of the teachers, paying attention to that. So the only example that was given was Jesus and Buddha. And I'm like, but there's so many other, and even the ones that more present day and more common were still people that were not people of color. And again, this goes back to that, even if you're not a person of color, but you want to practice things that originated from people of color, If you feel like you're a person that's not a person of color, you're a person not of color, and you want to practice things like Ifa, voodoo, hoodoo, that things like that, then the teachers that you should be going to should look like me. That's not a dig or anything. If you want to practice smudging, shamanic drumming, things like that, they should look like me, a Native American. If you want to practice yoga, you should be going to the source. You should be drinking your water from the source. That really is my thing on it. And it's not that there are not people who are not of color that haven't learned it, but if you're in your beginning stages of learning, the people who you're learning from should not only look like you, they should look like the people who developed the practice. Manifestation is not created by white people. It's not. Native Americans, Africans, other cultures have been doing manifestation and just not calling it that for millennia. So if you're on a path of spirituality, if you're moving away from traditional organized religion, because what I'm feeling like more and more is that it's not the idea of religion, it's the idea of dogma and the rigidity that people have created in some religions that is the issue. Because the idea of community and things like that really does resonate with a lot of people. They just want it to be a community that they spiritually, emotionally, mentally align with. But going back to the teacher thing, I feel like you have to broaden your teacher scope. So, things like bhakti yoga, which is something that I'm interested in. Of course, turned up, that was super, like, mad affordable, like almost free, but it's taught by people of Indian descent, and I'm just like, boom. And it's not that the person who suggested the course, I don't appreciate how he speaks on bhakti yoga. I appreciate it very, very much, but if I want to learn more and dig deeper, I want to include the culture, the descendants of the people who would have been working on that practice. So that that was just something I was thinking about as I was driving and listening to this video, and I'm just like, you're spiritual, and you're still calling Jesus instead of Yeshua, and I don't know why that bugged me. Maybe because that's not how, but and you only mention him and Buddha, and I'm just like, what about Mary? What about Moses? Still using a visual that makes him look Caucasian when it's evident that he would not have been. Stuff like that. And again, everybody's growing in their own path, so this is not like oh no, they're hard, like they're not, they're the bomb. Like, if you've ever taken a course with me where I taught you how to use your intuition, this particular person is the reason why I'm able to do that. So it's not even that, it is just simply having that discernment and really kind of saying, okay, you know what, I want to learn more about African spirituality. Maybe I should look to someone who's of African descent. If I want to learn more about Buddhism, okay, you get what I'm saying. It's not that no one else can guide you there, but you need to also include the root. It's not that there aren't beautiful branches on the tree from which to grab knowledge. You just also need to include the root. That's my thought. So yeah, let me know what you think. Have you seen the same thing? And also share some teachers that you follow and what you're learning from them, because I think that would be great for the collective who may be looking for teachers. And I love what Queen Po says, shouts out to Queen Po, about teachers not always being someone that sits in your face like in a classroom, understanding that a teacher is someone you learn from, period. So if you read their book, you watched their seminar, a webinar, a video, something, and you gleaned some knowledge, they taught you something. Makes them a teacher. So again, thank you so much for watching. If you are watching this on Instagram, thank you so much. Please give it a like. Feel free to share to your story so other people can find it. If you are watching on YouTube, thank you so much. Be sure you like, subscribe if you're new here, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.